From California State University, San Bernardino, it's Local Matters.
Trans Talk Tuesdays and Horseback Riding. Hello, I'm Tamara Issi, and welcome to Local Matters, featuring stories from across the Inland Empire.
And I'm Anthony Perez. Trans Talk Tuesday is a gathering of trans community to serve as a unique safe space for trans folk to seek guidance and information directly from the source. Reporter Paola Magana discovers how the Queer and Transgender Resource Center provides education and advocacy in order to develop a more equitable and inclusive environment.
Trans Talk Tuesday at California State University San Bernardino is slowly on the rise. Devin Allman, a student programmer and now trans man at the Queer and Transgender Resource Center, is providing advocacy in order to help establish a more inclusive environment.
Trans Talk Tuesdays is my event. It was actually an event, a program that I came up with for my interview for this position. And so I drafted up like a mock program proposal. And when I was hired, it was something that I wanted to really enact. But I actually didn't even encounter the term transgender until I was a senior in high school. And I was in a relationship that was pretty unsupportive of me talking about like my desire to come out as trans, about how I wanted a deeper voice. And I think I wanted to like use different pronouns, and it was kind of uncomfortable for me when she called me beautiful, and I would rather she call me handsome. I eventually had to get out of that unsupportive relationship because starting testosterone made me really happy, and so in January of 2016 I started testosterone. That's why it's important to say that, you know, my transition story is going to be like really different than other people's, because like I also know trans people who transitioned when they were 8 years old, and I know trans people who transitioned when they were 55 years old. And even in really different scenarios, we all have a lot of the same desire to be seen and to be witnessed, and that's what events like this are really about.
This event aims to open a conversation on the topics of gender identity and gender expression of all trans and non-binary folk. For Local Matters, I'm Paola Magana.
Learning how to properly care for and handle a horse is the aim of many riders. Reporter Marco Montoya visits with the local stable to learn more about how anyone at any level can partake in horseback riding.
Instruction and safety are key components whenever you're learning something new, and horseback riding is no exception. Here at Sunshine and Daydream Stables, beginners are encouraged to step out of their comfort zone and saddle up.
We do guided trail work, so everybody isn't just sitting there on the horse. They actually have to ride the horse. Well, these horses are allowed to trot up, they're allowed to change lanes. Whatever the people want to do, they can, unless it's too drastic. It just gives them more of a free feeling instead of being controlled in a straight line the entire time.
Safety is our number one priority here, so we want to make sure that our riders are always aware that they're horses that you're actually leading, so they don't memorize the ways we take them, so you're actually in charge of your horse. And we don't let you go off on your own either, because that could be a safety hazard. So we're out there instructing, so you have knowledge of how to man the horse. You know, as long as they're doing it safely and following your instructions, they should be okay.
At first, you know, we were all kind of nervous because, well, myself, I haven't rode a horse before. It was my first time, so he did guide us through how to grab the leash. Made the ride really fun. We were actually singing on the way, and it was really fun. They interact really good with you.
Not only is horseback riding a fun way to spend time with friends and family, but it's also a great way to connect with nature and some of its most loving animals. For Local Matters, I'm Marco Montoya.
To keep updated on what Local Matters is doing, follow our social media.
To watch some of our other stories, head on over to our YouTube channel at Local Matters CSUSB. I'm Anthony Perez.
And I'm Tamara Issi. Join us next time for more local stories that matter.